Kia ora, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This is where we get everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock with news. A moderation vibe is settling over the global economy, heralding a lackluster period ahead. US jobless claims rose last week by 224,000, which was higher than expected and perhaps the start of the long-awaited labour market slowdown. There are now 1.9 million people on these programs, which is still low, however, and an insured unemployment rate of 1.3%. In its final estimate for the fourth quarter 2022 GDP, the US reported that their economy expanded at an annualised 2.6% rate, slightly less than the initial estimates of a 2.7% rise. And the Boston Fed president says she expects only one more 25 basis point hike from the Fed in this cycle. In her view, inflation will continue to moderate and there won't be a hard landing. In Germany, their inflation rate is pulling back now too, as expected. It eased to 7.4% from a year ago in March, down from 8.7% in the previous 2 months. And EU sentiment eased marginally in March to remain well below its long-run average. It is consumers more than businesses that are keeping this measure low. In Australia, job vacancies are slipping, although they're still at a relatively high level. However, this is the first quarterly decline since August 2021, so perhaps this data is telling us something. And the cost of containerised shipping freight fell another 2% last week to be 36% lower than its 10-year average, but still 20% above its pre-pandemic level. China to US rates fell the most, but there was a small uptick in the China to EU rates, which we haven't seen in a while. The US Treasury 10-year yield starts today at 3.56%, unchanged from yesterday. And the price of gold will open today at $1,983 an ounce. That's up $18 from yesterday. And oil prices start today up 50 US cents at just on $74 a barrel in the US, while the international Brent price is $78.50 a barrel. Get more news affecting the economy in New Zealand from interest.co.nz. I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.